Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Court Journal. Sniper J here, and the quote of the day is coming together is a beginning. Staying together is progress. Working together is success. That's by Henry Ford. Let's get it going. And we back. Welcome back to the Core Journal. Today on offense, we're gonna go over horns. You know, horns up, horns down, horns. We're going over horns. Everything horns. I'm gonna give you a foundation of horns, and it's your job to be creative and create off of that, coaches. And on defense, we're gonna watch the first half of Xavier's 2-3 zone. We're gonna discuss what we like, what we don't like, what's going on, and that's gonna be our defensive segment about the 2-3 zone. Okay, let's go. Okay, welcome to the offensive segment. We're going over horns, and just so everybody knows what horns is, we're gonna draw it out right here. Right? That's horns. This high post. We already did a segment on that. I thought I would just clarify that one more time of where we're going to be going. The spacing is different. The timing is different. We're going over this today. We're going over horns, okay? And horns is very simple. Very simple. It could get tricky once you get into making full plays out of it, but horns is simple. You have two corners. You have your point guard. And you got your 4 and your 5 right here. And they're both setting screens this way. The horns look, okay? Most times, off of horns, we like for the guard to go off the 5, right? In the 5 rows. That leaves the 4 to pop. Okay, because the 4-man has to help on the roll. If he gets caught down here in this area, he's going to be too late for that jump shot. If he doesn't help, the big man would have to help. He gets strung out right here. The 5-man should win the foot race to the rim. If the 5-man win the foot race to the rim, that engages this guard over here. He has to help. That means this guard right here has to be able to make this cross-court pass to the corner 3. Very simple. Horns is all about reading and reacting, okay? Let's get into... Sorry, my board is all messed up today. Let's get into another horns look. So we could go 1, 4, 5. Doesn't matter who's the wings. Horns, the guard can dribble over. And the 5 can set this flare for the 4, who's supposed to be able to shoot the ball and 5 out. So he'll be screening for a shooter, and then once he does that, he rolls, and the guard is right here. Simple. Quick hitter. It's quick. It happens quick. Flare for the 4, shot. Slip to the rim for the 5. Real simple. That's mostly horns up. Let's go with horns down. Horns down, okay? So now we got the 4 and the 5. And we got the guard. Horns down is exactly how it sounds. It's down screens. So we got the 1. We're going to tell the 1 to dribble towards the 4 side, right? And we're going to send both the 4 and the 5 to set a down screen. And if we want, after they set this one, they could continue. Just make it a full circle. Now this is also kind of like the high post, but it's much more space. And you got the 4 and the 5 doing it, right? That way we have 2 options. The guard's going to have 2 options. You're going to have the 2-man who's coming off, or then next time he's going to have the 3-man. Four, 5, 1. Horns. Horns is extremely simple. You could do a lot out of horns. The guard could go tell the 4-man to pin down. He could say, go, you break off the horns, go pin down for him. He's going to work that. Meanwhile, he could get a step-up ball screen from the 5. It's still out of a horns look, but you could do so much stuff. And now they play pick and roll. And of course, if he helps, corner 3. And now it's a 2-man game with him to bid. You got both of these defenders are occupied. Now it's 2-on-2 in the middle of the court. He can't help because that's a shooter. Okay? Here's another horns look. 1, 4, 5. He could come off the horns. He doesn't like what he sees. He bounces back out. The 4 automatically spaces. The 5 comes back and gets the 1 for a double screen. So here's how they will look. The 1 has came off the screen. He didn't like what he see. The 4 has space. The 5 is right here. He's coming again to set another screen. Now, same thing. Ball screen. We went over ball screens in the very first or second episode. If you don't know, go check those out and look for the ball screen. Foot race to the rim. Guard comes off looking to attack. This man is going to lift for the pass back in case his man helps on the roll. Now let's try to get into something more elaborate. And I'm going to make this up on the fly. So we have a horns look. Let's put 4 right here, 5 right here. We got a guard. Let's say we're going to dribble off the 4. And we want this man to come, set a screen for the 5. So the 5 can come under. And as the 1 is coming over, the 4 is going to clean up this man for this shot. So at the end, it's going to look like this. The 1's going to be on the wing. The 5 is going to be in the post. The 4 is going to be setting the down screen. Let's just call him the 2 right now. The 4 is going to be setting the down screen, cleaning it up for the 2 to come off for the 3-pointer. And as he set the screen, if the defense mess it up, he always can slip to the goal for the lob. That's like a cross screen, down screen action, but it's out of horns, right? Let's see what else we can do. We got a horns look. And let's just say the guard dribble over, and he tells him to set the horns look from this way. That it's called a double drag, but it's still out the horns look, right? So the guard dribbles over, then he comes back off both screens, gets downhill. We still want the 5 to roll. We still want the 4 to pop for the shot. And we want this 2 guard over here working back and forth, finding the open gap to where the guard can see him and hit him for the 3-pointer. That's called a double drag. And you can run the double drag to any side. We also can run the double drag out of a horns look into a double drag into a down screen. So the 1 is over here. He comes off the horns or the double drag, and they just keep going. The 4 goes here, 5 goes here, 2-man comes off. These are screens. These are screens. The 1 has to be able to control getting downhill and getting this man coming off that double stagger screen, okay? One thing I like to do when I'm the point guard is in a horns look, this is regular horns again. I like to throw it to the 5 and then have him set a step-up screen. Almost like a throw and go. You throw it and then you go get it. And then he's able to come off the screen real fast. That way I could build some speed coming off the screen. And I still want my 5-man to win the foot race to the rim. That makes it extremely hard for the defense to react and keep up a throw and go. That's extremely important. I like doing that because Maybe I don't want to helm the ball off the screen. Maybe I don't want to do a tween cross and have to set him up and get him below the screen to come off. Maybe I just throw it to the big because he's bigger. He can catch it and he hands it off to me. And now I'm down. I'm full speed downhill. And now he's full speed towards the rim. That's going to be a hard action to guard. Now, horns is all about creativity, coaches. It's a real simple. All you have is this right here. And you can let your imagination run around. If you want the guard to come off, if you want special assignments, special pin downs, you could get people into ISOs. Horns is a creative look. It's a staple of basketball because it's known for quick hitters and really flare screens. You could do a lot out of horns. That's why it's such a staple. And people get to it because it's very simple for players to understand and it's easy to get into late in the shot clock. Thank you. Welcome to the defensive segment. We're going over Butler's first half 2-3 zone against UConn. And the first thing I see right off the bat is their wings are super low in this 2-3. They're not up very high. And these first couple of clips is just the guards being extra active on the ball, really reaching, getting their hands on the ball and being active in their front court. Maybe it's because the wings are so far back. And as we keep this going, the wings are so far back that I think it's giving up that wing shot. And these clips are not in order. I mean, I put them in order and that way we can see what's going on. And right now we're checking out the open shots that UConn is able to get against the Butler 2-3 zone. Make or miss, they still open and they're good shots. Let's just keep watching here. That kind of scares me that their wings are so far back. It's like, I don't know. I haven't seen a 2-3 zone like this since probably middle school for me. Like, it's dangerous just giving up wide open wing shots like this. Look at that. Like, they're so far down into the paint that they give up open shots, like, because they're all so far in the paint or close to the paint. Good team's going to shoot their eyes out, honestly. Let's see what's going on here. Look, watch the rotation. Watch the rotation on this one. You see how late that guard is and how it's an open shot? Yeah, I don't like that. But one thing I do think they got covered is these corners. I mean, their wings are so low that the corners are covered. He might have made that shot, but it was contested, right? And next thing they got open, or that they got covered is the paint. Everybody's down there. They got three people basically standing on the baseline, so I guess they protect the paint well and they protect the corner three. So the only thing they do give up is that wing three because their guards are pressuring so much, right? Let's just take a look and see what they not giving up. Look, he drove right into three people. That's a tough shot. Corner three, contested, tough shot. Well, I thank y'all for tuning in with me, and they obviously not giving up that corner three. But thank you for tuning in to the defensive segment. I'm Sniper J. # see the game, be the game. Peace.